Hey everybody, this is a clip from the latest episode of the Randi Rhodes Show. If you want the full episode, you can watch live on Free Speech TV, Dish Channel 9415, DirecTV 348, Sling, Roku, and Apple TV.
Mary had a little man.
The fault. We believe that all men are created equal.
To the magnificent mosaic that is America.
From radio beacon to radio beacon. I have a dream. Change has come to America.
Believe me.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
It's a figment of your imagination.
Randi Rhodes Show.
Turn up your
No deal. President Trump kills stimulus talks, saying relief for millions of struggling Americans will wait until after the election. In a series of tweets, he said this: "After I win, we will pass a major stimulus bill that focuses on hardworking Americans and small business." Now, the move stunned lawmakers, especially since House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin had been talking over the last few days in a last-ditch effort to reach a deal. Now, investors hoping for any sort of agreement reacted quickly. The Dow swung more than 600 points before closing down 376 points. Canceling talks means no money in enhanced unemployment benefits for jobless Americans, no new funds for struggling small business, any new relief that would have allowed airlines to bring workers they furloughed back on the job gone.
Aye.
The world's largest retail group coming out strongly against the president's move, saying the pandemic isn't over and neither is the economic crisis it has created. Now, the president's move came just hours after the Fed chief, Jerome Powell, said this.
Too little support would lead to a weak recovery, creating unnecessary hardship for households and businesses. Over time, household insolvencies and business bankruptcies would rise, harming the productive capacity of the economy and holding back wage growth.
Oh, God.
By contrast, the risks of overdoing it seem, for now, to be smaller.
Translation: the economy needs more help from Congress right now. Now, perhaps realizing the bad optics of denying millions of Americans relief, the president late last night then dangled this on Twitter. Quote, "If I'm sent a standalone bill for stimulus checks, $1,200, they will go out to our great people immediately. I am ready to sign now. Are you listening, Nancy?"
Oh, God, our president is Doug Dangler. That's who he is. He's deranged and demented. He's in the middle of a psychotic episode, and he's tweeting with his roid rage. The president has roid rage. He is on these freaking steroids, this big dose of dexamethasone, which causes psychotic derangements, insomnia, mood swings, frank psychotic manifestations. And that's just last week's debate. What happens after he gets the steroids? Apparently, he goes on a demented, roid rage tweet storm saying, no stimulus for you, America. No stimulus. You know, I need a favor, though. You have to reelect me, and then I'll take up the... Wow, this is... he's burning it down to the ground, all right? The president of the United States knows that he's going to lose. And I've said this for months now. And some of the economists in this country are now repeating a lot of the things I said months ago. And one of the things that they're repeating now is that Trump is burning this country down to the ground. The reason is because if I can't have America, no one can. That is Donald Trump. And he is now in full throttle psychotic derangement, roid rage, taking away the ability for the United States to keep people working at airlines, in retail, at all these, Disney, 28,000 let go there. I mean, I don't know that there could be a worse drug to give Donald Trump than steroids. If you just look at the insert in a Medrol pack, which is... A Medrol pack is what they give you when you have bronchitis or, inflammation, some sort of syndrome. It's minor. It's minor next to like dexamethasone, which is massive doses of steroids, okay? But just the little Medrol pack. It says erratic, impulsive, moody, irritable, manic, aggressive, violent. In short, steroids turn people into Donald Trump. You know what the other side effects are of steroid use? Shrunken testicles, baldness, and the development of man boobs. So if Trump starts looking like Sinead O'Connor, nothing compares to you, sir. Nothing compares. Holy, he's already a tiny testicle baldy with man boobs. I don't know how bad this can get. But tonight is debate night. And guess what? Kamala Harris gets to debate the head of the coronavirus task force, which allowed for the leader of the free world to get COVID. And we don't even know when he got COVID. They are seriously sitting on this medical information. And it's interesting. I think the reason they don't do contact tracing, remember yesterday we went over the fact that the CDC was standing by. They were ready to begin this vast attempt at contact tracing. They were going to start with Saturday's event in the Rose Garden and then trace all those 200 people and all the people that they can. Well, it turns out that the reason why Donald Trump doesn't want, and by the way, the CDC, this was a little detail that I never knew, so I'm sure you didn't know, but we told it to you yesterday. As soon as I found out, I passed it along. But the truth is that the CDC is kind of like the National Guard. You have to be invited in. I don't know. I don't think the National Guard by the governor, yes, but by the president, no. But anyway, the CDC had to wait for an invitation. Could have been an evite, whatever. He's very busy on the internets. To go in and do the contact tracing, and the White House refused to engage the CDC, who is staffed and ready and has experience in contact tracing, to allow them to do it. And so now we're starting to understand that the onset of COVID for the leader of the free freaking world, with his vice president being in charge of the coronavirus task force and all, may have happened a lot earlier than we thought. And the reason why the CDC is not being invited in to do the contact tracing is because Donald Trump might be patient zero, meaning he is the super spreader. Holy crap. So I was listening last night to one of the doctors, who's been amazing, Jonathan Reiner, and he was looking at the symptoms and looking at the treatment protocol and looking at the quick rush into giving these, this massive dose of steroids, which is usually reserved for people facing ventilator, right? For people in late stage COVID. And he concluded, from what we don't know and from what we do know, that it's likely that Trump has had COVID and had it at the debate. Yeah, when he debated Biden, and that it's been, the whole thing's been a cover-up and a lie.
I think we've really started to put together the timeline here, and this is what I think it is. First of all, there's no chance the president was tested before the debate. I think that's pretty clear. He was symptomatic on Thursday night, and it takes about a week after infection to get sick enough to be admitted to the hospital. So I think the president was infected with the coronavirus for at least a week before he was admitted to the hospital. That takes him to the end of the prior week, before the super spreader event. The rules of the debate required the both sides to list all of their attendees and to document that they've been tested within 72 hours. There's no chance that happened with the president.
Could he be the super spreader here?
I think he is the super spreader. And I think the reason the White House will not have the CDC do a formal, check and review every single case is that they're concerned that the patient zero might be the president of the United States.
Oh, my God. How bad do you think Pence wants to be president? I don't know. It's just a question. I throw it out there. He's in charge of the coronavirus task force. He is. This should be a fabulous debate tonight, because Kamala gets to question the head of the coronavirus task force about how he allowed the leader of the free world to get infected with COVID. Holy crap. If I were working at the White House right now, I would quit and go to work at a meatpacking plant somewhere in the Midwest.